Hello and welcome back to Handheld Computing. Today is the 20th of October 2021 and it's a full year since I started the channel by uploading my first video based on the Philips Nino. The past 12 months have been quite interesting for me, discovering and rediscovering different handhelds. We've looked at PDAs from all different sizes, from the tiny Rec 6000 right up to the fairly monstrous Scion 7. As well as moving 30 years through time from 1986 right the way up to 2006 with the P1610. As promised, there is a competition at the end of the video. It's open to anyone. I can post this anywhere in the world, but we'll come to that later. But first of all, I'd like to just thank a few people. I'd like to thank Kosuma, who was my 500th subscriber. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Seb, Simon and Ruth, who have all donated items to the channel. You'll see some of those in future videos. And I'd also like to thank my fiancée for putting up with me. She did make me this banoffee pie to say well done for reaching 500 subscribers. So as you can imagine, starting a channel wasn't particularly easy. I've had a steep learning curve, both in terms of the devices and background and what people actually want to know, and in terms of production. I like to think that my production has improved somewhat since I first started, and I'll continue to work on that, but editing has been a steep learning curve, as has adjusting audio and colours and all the rest of it. As you can imagine, things don't always go according to plan, as you'll see from this. Hello and welcome back to Handheld Computing. Nice to see you again. It's creepy. Options, and then the LCD brightness, so we can have it dim. Pressing the other, we can have it bright. Bringing it back up, because we can have it bright. I believe these still are useful. I believe they're still useful. I compliment it. I believe it's launch calendar. Read appointments. Read appointments. Read next appointment. 6,000 PC card slides. Hello and welcome back. Hello and welcome back. Handheld PDA. Read mail. That seems to have turned itself off. So I thought I'd just take a few moments of your time just to tell you a little bit about some of the devices we've looked and why I've liked using them. So initially, my first video, of course, was the Philips Nino. This was really nice to use as a PDA. I used it for about 6 months as my go-to device. I found the buttons on the side were in a great position for my fingers to launch applications. The black and white screen meant it was very visible in daylight. The fact it doesn't have an awful lot of software available means that it is very much distraction free, and so you can use it for your to-do lists and things, but you're not playing games on it because there aren't any games to play. So I read a few ebooks on it. Honestly, it's not the best screen, but I've enjoyed using it. Jumping forward a few generations, we looked at the E800, which was donated by Seb. This was way ahead of its time. It had 128 meg of RAM, when most of the PDAs were only packing 32, 64 meg of RAM. It also had the dual slots, the colour screen, full VGA. It was about 2 generations early, if I'm honest. The Series 7 was my daily driver for about 2 years, but honestly, it's just a bit big to carry everywhere, so that's why I changed to a slightly smaller device. We also looked at one of my favourite devices, and one that I've probably used for the longest period of time, and that is this, the M505. So it's monochrome, it's got a very low resolution, 160 by 160 screen, but actually this is a really nice device to use. It's simple, it's basic, it's got the nice design characteristics that we see on the Palm 5, but with screws, so it's easy to change the battery, because that's always a pain, and the addition of the card slot, which obviously makes it easier for adding more programs. So I use this on a regular basis. It's my dive log, I use it for reading ebooks, and most of the time it acts as my alarm clock. After reviewing the E115, it's become my go-to device. So this I've been using since I did the review and really enjoy using it. I'm not entirely sure why. I think some of it's just that I like it. I've got smaller pocket PCs, I've got better screened pocket PCs, I've got much more powerful ones, the Toshiba one for example that Seth gave me, but I just like this and I can't tell you why. But my favourite device that I've reviewed this year, hands down, has to be this, the Scion 2 from 1986. Again, it can't do half the things most of these PDAs can do. In fact, it's quite bad as an organizer, but the fact that you can program it on board easily with simple commands to do whatever you want, whether that's a conversion program or a stopwatch or a countdown timer, just makes this so flexible. So as a device to play with, to use, to get to know, I've really enjoyed using this. So for my favourite device of the entire year, it's this, the Scion 2. So what's up for grabs is this RZ1710. I've put an SD card in it with some applications. It's got a NES emulator, a Game Boy emulator, some games to go with them, and a couple of other bits and bobs that you might find useful. There's also a travel adapter pack. So actually there are plug adapters for most countries here, so don't think that this is only for UK or America. Anyone can enter this. There's also the car charger there, and the sync cable / power cable is in there as well. I'm going to include a legitimate version of Outlook 2002, which came with one of my old MDA devices, so that you can sync it with Windows 10. And of course, I've got a slip-in case to protect it while you're out and about. So if you want to enter the competition, all you need to do is make sure you are subscribed and then answer this simple question. What is your favourite PDA? As I've already said, mine is the Series 2 from Scion. Pop it in a comment below. On the 3rd of November, I will do the draw. I will choose randomly who wins using the random number generator on my favourite PDA. There's no guarantees, although I have refurbished it. It comes with a new battery, and there's no warranty implied or otherwise, and there's no cash alternative. But pop a comment below with your favourite PDA and subscribe, and you are in to win. I hope you're enjoying the channel. I am certainly enjoying making these videos. I've had a few video requests and they will definitely come at some point, but I'm only making 2 videos a month as I work full time, so it's a bit difficult juggling everything. If you do have a specific request, feel free to comment below and I'll certainly look at it at some point. In the meantime, I thank you again for your support, your comments, your likes, your subs, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.